What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fomo Factory. I wanted to drop a video about my crypto portfolio today, but I decided to make this video instead because I think the subject of this video is more important than showing my crypto portfolio. That video I'm about to release tomorrow, so don't worry about that. But today I would like to talk about taking profits, because we always talk about, trying to, time as close as possible to the bottom, buying the dip, how to research altcoins, looking how the crypto market is looking. But if you got all that right and you never take your profits, then what's the purpose, right? So I would like to talk a little bit about taking profits. Now, let me be clear about one thing. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for almost 7,000 subscribers. I love you guys. But I want to be clear about one thing. In a bull market, right? If we look at Bitcoin, for example, right now, right? Bitcoin is still like at around its lows of this cycle, right? Once we go back into the bull market, then it's a completely different story, right? Because then we can go up in price discovery mode again. Maybe 100,000, maybe 200, 300, 400,000, we don't know. Look, if you then want to sell everything at around 40K or something like that, that's kind of stupid, right? Because you don't know where it might be heading. And that's a different type of market. However, now we are not in a bull market, of course. We are clearly still in a bear market. We are in a downtrend. Bitcoin is still going down. The only thing is we yet again have a relief rally, right? And it's not by far the biggest relief rally we have seen this year. From January up till March, we went up like a lot. We had a big relief rally from June to August, with a small relief rally from September till November. And now again, we have a relief rally, small relief rally right now, right? And these relief rallies are nice if you know how to handle them. Usually what these relief rallies do is make people FOMO back into the market at the wrong points. Bitcoin and crypto is going down all the time. People don't want to buy, and as soon as they notice there's a small relief rally, that's where they want to buy. You really have to think of it the other way around, right? You want to already be in the market, of course, and once there is a small relief rally, you want to take your profits, because what did these relief rallies do so far? We always got that nice relief rally, but they all ended up ending lower than where we were before, right? So the chance that Bitcoin will end up and other cryptos end up lower than where we are right now, so far that chance is pretty high, right? And so far there's no good reason to say like, yo, well, this time is different because this time is, what is this time? Like Benjamin Cohen pointed out on his channel, which I like a lot, is we have these, I don't know if I draw perfectly, but here we go. We have these little bear flags all the time, right? Where we go up for a couple of whiles and or a couple of weeks, maybe even months, and then just break out to the downside, right? That's what we do. And now it's really not different. And what he also said, and that's kind of true, is, you notice in a bear market, we spend more time going up than going down. But when we go down very hard. As you see, we have a lot of sideways and a lot of upward movements, but it's not a lot, right? It's like a couple of percentages, and that's the boring part. But once we come down, we go down in one big red wick, or maybe a couple, but these big ass red wicks, right? We don't really see these green wicks, right? That's what a bear market does. In a bull market, it's kind of the other way around, of course. We, we have these small red wicks that can last for a long time, but once we go up pretty insanely hard, right? So that's the difference between a bear and a bull market. So keep that in mind. And this time is looking like it's not any different. It's just another bear flag, until something really breaks. But we haven't broke this bull market support band yet. We haven't broke this horizontal line right here. We haven't broke this diagonal legacy line right here. We haven't made new higher highs. The Fed hasn't pivoted yet. So there is nothing like really bullish at the moment. It's just a relief rally, and that happens in a bear market. And that's where your skills come into play, because you can ride it out and wait, or you can make the most out of it. I'm a big believer, just an example, in CDFI. You know that is CDFI, and therefore I mean the token S-Fund or SNFTS token. And the SNFTS token just had a crazy pump. We'll go over the portfolios as well, because we're doing a portfolio giveaway, right? And the portfolios look very good. So let's start with the community portfolio. So the portfolio that you guys have built. And for the people that don't know, you can win one of these full portfolios as soon as Bitcoin hits $100,000. So one of these portfolios will be worth like a lot of money. So you can win that. So all you have to do is just subscribe to the channel. If we look at the community portfolio, you see what SNFTS has done over the last couple of days. It went up 100%, right? So it doubled. It was a very extraordinary move. We were coming down. And you look, if you zoom out, then it's not that like crazy, right? But still, it's a 100% move, right? So we went down, 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 down. And luckily, I have bought, well, around the dip. But now it made it move all the way up here. Right? What good is that move if you don't profit from that? So I took some profits, not because I feel like I want to have some cash necessarily out of this, but I do feel like I want to have more of these tokens, right? Because what the same goes for Gala. Let me show you Gala as an example, as I have it right here. Here we go. So this is Gala. Let me remove everything on screen, right? If you have bought, if you were stupid enough to buy here, right? And I say that because it's just one big candle or one big chart coming down. So why would you buy something that's going down, right? But if you were lucky, let me put it like that, and you bought around here, and you hold Gala, right? Gala went all the way up from 1.5 cents all the way to 5 cents. Crazy. If you don't take your profits right here, then what, right? Because one, and let me remove all of these things. Look, one, it's very simple. You could see that Gala was sitting at some, you know, big resistance right here. Here's where all the support came in, right? So it's kind of understandable that that's where Gala topped out, right? But if you have bought Gala here, for example, and there will be your coins as well where this will happen to, so therefore I'm saying this. You made a 220% gain, right? Now you could say like, yeah, okay, well, if we zoom out and if we take an off log, then you'll see it way better. Then what is this? So you can better hold for the long term, right? That's the safe way to look at it. So if you want to make, you know, if you feel like I don't need to make the most out of it, but I want to stay safe, and you really believe in the project, yeah, then that's what you can do, right? But on the other hand, it's also the fact that if you would have made this pump right here of 220%, right? And this is about selling the top. It's not possible to do it perfectly, but try at least, right? So what if you did sell here, right? Because then you took your money, Gala came down another 20%, and then you can buy back in, right? And I'm not necessarily saying that this now is the best price to buy back in. But if you do believe in the project, you might as well make sure you get more tokens out of it, right? Because what good is it if you see every relief rally do this? You're riding all the wave down, so you lose your money. You see your portfolio go up for a short while, so you feel good. And then it comes down again, right? At the end of the day, this was for nothing. Might as well make the most out of this, right? So therefore, for example, I sold some SNFTS and not all of it. I think like 20% maybe, something like that. Because I just feel like a 100% pump in a week is not sustainable, right? So if I sell right now, and I didn't sell the exact top, I think I sold, well, where we are right now, 2.5, you know, 0.0025, right? Because these pumps are usually just not sustainable, right? The Gala showed that, and Gala is still holding up quite high. I think it will come down further than this, right, to at least 3 cents. But I feel like, man, now I have my money, right? If it comes down, I'm gonna buy back more. And it doesn't matter if it after that comes down even more, because the lower it now goes, the more I can buy back. And that's the actual profit that I get from it, right? And if it does, for some reason, only goes up from here, and this was the low, yeah, in that case, too bad. I miss out on 20%. I'm riding the wave with my other 80% tokens that I still have left because I believe in the project. But that doesn't mean you should always hold the token till the bitter end because you think it's going to 100x. If you really think it's going to 100x, you might as well make sure you have a bag of twice as much tokens without actually paying for that, right? So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I think taking profits is very, very, very important in a bull market, in a bear market relief rally, because in a bear market, it's super easy to lose your money. We all notice that, I think. I don't think there are a lot of people in this community right here that can honestly say they made a lot of money over the last couple of months. So you might as well want to make the most out of it right here. Now, how do you know when to sell exactly? I don't know, man. Sometimes you don't. Of course, you can use TA, like I just showed you with Gala. You can see some resistances and all that. But sometimes it means nothing, right? The resistances are there to be broken, of course, to find the next resistance. Sometimes you don't know. But you don't need to exactly time the top, because that's the same as with the bottom timing for Bitcoin and all the other cryptos that we are trying to get the best entry on. You cannot get the best entry. It's not possible. But the same goes for Bitcoin. Man, I've bought at the lowest at 15.5K. If I miss out on 14K, I don't give a shit. At the end of the day, Bitcoin goes to $200,000. I bought very nearly around the bottom. So if you try to sell around the top, you know, in the meantime, it goes a little higher. Whatever. Don't be too hard on yourself when it comes to that. So look at your portfolio, and again, this community portfolio, for example, if you are really afraid of missing out, you can also do this, right? You can look at the 7 days in this case, for example, like AGIX, like gaming has a big hype right now. AI has a big hype right now, right? AGIX up 96%, right? We are up 80% on our buy already, right? So we put in $50, we're now sitting at $90. That's a good buy. Yeah, and of course, I could have think like, oh, I should have bought more. Yeah, should have, could have, would have. That doesn't help us, right? So with AGIX, what you can also do if you feel, in this case, if you look at your own portfolio, for example, and you feel like, okay, I want to take my profits on one hand, but on the other hand, I don't really want to miss out. What can you do? Well, in this case, I can also say like, okay, I'm going to sell some SNFTs from this portfolio, and I'm going to sell some AGIX from this portfolio, but I'm putting that money right away in Polkadot and Engine Starter because these haven't gone up, right? So I'm just simply moving the money, right? Because these already popped. These could still pop, right? So in that case, you are shuffling and restructuring your portfolio a little bit in a way that you're not missing out, but there is a lot more money to be made, because the chance that CDFI SNFTS does another 2x after this 2x, I don't know. Like it's different per project and why and what, where, when, but purely price-wise and chart-wise, it's more understandable that Engine Starter now has a chance to do that 2x. Right, for example. Or you divide that money a little bit between all these projects. Could also be the case, whatever you want, right? But that's kind of what the most important thing is. And what I am doing right now as well is, of course, with these altcoins that are popping from my own portfolio, taking profits into Bitcoin as well. Because again, you do not want to miss out. Maybe the Bitcoin bottom is in, right? So maybe if you're now going fully in cash, you know, you could have better been in Bitcoin, right? So you can also sell your altcoins for Bitcoin. And I saw someone ask like how to do that. On Binance, for example, you have altcoin Bitcoin pairs, but I think also on PancakeSwap, if you have BNB, for example, and you want to trade that for Bitcoin, you can also, you have wrapped Bitcoin. This is not the right, BTCB. That's the wrap version of the Binance version, for example. I can also say I'm going to trade my BNB for Bitcoin. And you can do that with a lot of coins if there's liquidity for it, right? So that's a very important thing. I think you should definitely take a look at that, because I made the mistake as well that with too many of these relief rallies, I didn't quite took my profits enough. And then all these relief rallies are for nothing, and that's a shame. Right. Now, what you can also do, what I really would like to touch on real quick, which is important, if you see such a relief rally, for example, right? Let's say we are now here. You don't know how far this relief rally is going to take it, right? Maybe we are now at the end of it and we go down. Maybe we are going all the way up here. It's also possible. So you don't want to sell everything right here and later look back like, shit, I could have got way more money selling here, for example. So what you should consider, in my opinion, not selling everything. Like, you know, dollar cost averaging, right? If you feel like, oh, I want to buy this coin, but it could go lower, maybe not. You dollar cost average, so you're putting in a certain amount of money every day, week, month. That's dollar cost averaging in, but you can also dollar cost average out, of course, right? I mean, therefore, I sold, for example, 20% of my SNFTs right here. Like this is the Bitcoin chart, but whatever, right here. What if it goes here? I'm gonna sell another 20%, right? And if it goes lower, you know, it doesn't matter. I don't hold that token for no reason, right? It doesn't matter. I don't feel now like, oh shit, I should sell it all. So I should be fine with whatever happens. If it goes up, I'm gonna sell a little bit more, take my profits. And if it goes down, it doesn't matter. I can buy more with the money that I got from selling here already. It's like sometimes we make things more complicated than they really are. And that's mainly because we let too much emotions into it. That's not what you should do. You should not marry your bag. You should not like... Therefore, I'm like with selling my SNFTs, for example, if I would have sold everything right now because I felt like 100% pump is not sustainable, so I'll sell everything and it goes down, I have a beautiful entry and I can easily double my bag. But is it worth it? Because what if I sell everything right here and it goes all the way up and it does another 2x or 3x? I feel like shit. So dollar cost averaging is very important, also out of the market. So that's for taking profits on this community challenge portfolio. I don't even know if I should do that because this is more of an investing challenge and otherwise I'm trading it. But then again, I don't know. Leave a comment. What do you think? Let's take a real quick look at how the portfolios are doing. So most of these portfolios were down 20, 30, 40%. I've bought a couple of months ago. My first entry was a terrible entry. And I bought not too long ago, right before the altcoin pop. So that, you know, made up for it. Community challenge portfolio, the community portfolio is now minus 3%. It's like very good right now. SNFTS was down 80%. Can you imagine? 80%. It's now just down 5%. I'm still down on it, but it's way better than what it was. You know, Engine Start is still a little bit down. Defina Finance is still a little bit down, but Cadena, but it's not like that bad. I mean, this one is up 80%. Singularity Net really makes up for it. So shout out to the one who called that coin. But minus 3%, really decent for now. Alex Becker's portfolio is down 7.7%. Gala is up, but I sold that. Volker Forge is up, doing quite good. For the rest, yeah, still not perfectly. So, you know, but minus 7% is not that bad. Then we have the Banter portfolio, which is down 5.7%. So also doing a lot better. Lido did very well. I sold that, took some good profits out of it. So yeah, I asked you guys like, should I trade it? But I was kind of already trading it. But I do feel like once we get better entries and I'm buying back in, I don't know I'm gonna trade it anymore. Probably just gonna, but this is purely so that I can invest more money into this. But this portfolio down 5.7%, and then we have BitBoy's portfolio, which is down 7.5%. So the community portfolio is doing best so far. We're wrecking it. Nice. But this portfolio, is there anything extraordinary of this? Not really. Not really. IOTA 6% up. XDC 4% up. Internet Computer 3% up. For the rest, like Quant down 30%. Cardano down 12%. Like, I didn't have the best entries right here. That's the kind of the thing. I think these are all good coins though, most. But the portfolios are starting to look a little bit better right now, right? But also check this, like about taking profits, last thing. If your profit and loss is still minus 50%, but it came from minus 80%, you're still down minus 50%, right? So you might want to consider like, okay, should I take profits right now? Like, yeah, but if you're really up on a coin, then okay, not bad. So that's, I hope it was a little useful for you. Be a little careful in this market. Like, these relief rallies happened so far quite some times, and like I said, every time we went up, we came down very hard. We went up, we came down, we went up, we came down. So now we went up. Will we come down again? Could we see 15, 14K Bitcoin eventually? Definitely possible. Don't get too excited. Watch out a little bit with it. But don't forget to enjoy it and just take your profits, like I said. Make the most out of it, because these relief rallies could actually make you a lot of money if you play it right. So that's it for now. If you like the video, like the content, if you have not subscribed to the channel, feel free to do so. Turn on the bell notification. And tomorrow, I promise, I'll be back with my full crypto portfolio video. See you guys then. Bye-bye.